90% of IGCSE students lose marks on angles questions, and every single time, it comes down to the same 7 mistakes. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what those mistakes look like, why they happen, and the dead simple way to remember the correct rule every single time. No complicated explanations, no walls of text. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to write in your exam to get full marks on every angles question. Let's start with the one that almost every student gets wrong. Stay until mistake 4. That one costs the most marks. Here are the 7 rules we're covering today. These are the exact rules that come up in IGCSE past papers over and over again. I've added timestamps in the description so you can jump to the one you're struggling with. But I recommend watching all 7, because mistake 4 and mistake 6 are usually the ones students think they know, but actually don't. Rule 1. Angles on a straight line. The rule is, all angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Here's what a student writes. X equals 180 minus 115 equals 65. The answer is right, but look at what the mark scheme says. 2 marks available, 1 for the answer, 1 for stating the reason. The student wrote the correct number, and got 1 mark out of 2. That's a free mark they gave away. The fix is simple, always write the rule name next to your working. Angles on a straight line. 6 words, 1 extra mark, every time. Rule 2. Angles around a point. These add up to 360 degrees. Simple enough, but here's the mistake. A student sees a diagram with a point in the middle, several angles around it, and they think, straight line, 180 degrees. So they write 180 minus 120 minus 95 and get a negative number. They know something's wrong but can't figure out why. The fix. Look at the diagram carefully. If the angles go all the way around a point, full rotation, it's 360. If they're only on one side of a line, it's 180. The shape of the diagram tells you which rule to use. Rule 3. Vertically opposite angles. When 2 straight lines cross, the angles directly opposite each other are equal. The word vertically here does not mean up and down. It comes from the Latin word vertex, meaning a point or corner. Vertically opposite simply means the angles are at the opposite corners of the X shape formed by the crossing lines. So if you see 2 lines crossing and you need to find an angle, look for its partner directly opposite. They are always equal. State, vertically opposite angles are equal, in your working. Rule 4. Corresponding angles. And this is the one I told you about at the start, the one that costs the most marks. Pay close attention here. When a straight line crosses 2 parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal. They're in the same position at each intersection, both above left, or both below right. Here's the trick every student learns and remembers forever. Corresponding angles make an F shape. Trace the letter F on the diagram. The 2 angles sitting in the corners of the F are equal. Write corresponding angles next to your working. Rule 5. Alternate angles, also called Z-angles. When a transversal crosses 2 parallel lines, alternate angles are on opposite sides of the transversal and they are equal. The memory trick here is the Z shape. Trace the letter Z, or backwards Z, on the diagram. The angles in the 2 corners of the Z are alternate angles. They are always equal. They are always on opposite sides of the transversal. Notice that both corresponding and alternate angles give you equal angles. The difference is their position. F shape, same side. Z shape, opposite sides. If you mix up which is which, draw both letters on your paper and figure out which one fits your diagram. Rule 6. Co-interior angles. This is also called allied angles or C-angles. And this is the one that trips up even the strongest students, because it's the odd one out. Co-interior angles are both between the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. They form a C shape, or a U shape, depending on which way you look at it. And unlike alternate and corresponding angles, co-interior angles are not equal. They add up to 180 degrees. Print this table, stick it on your wall. The difference between these 3 rules is the most commonly tested thing in IGCSE geometry. Rule 7. Angles in polygons. This is where students know there's a formula, but they either can't remember it or they apply it to the wrong thing. The formula for the sum of interior angles of any polygon is n-2 multiplied by 180, where n is the number of sides. For a triangle, 3 sides. That gives 3 minus 2 times 180 equals 180 degrees. For a quadrilateral, 4 sides, 4 minus 2 times 180 equals 360 degrees. For a regular hexagon, 6 sides, the sum is 6 minus 2 times 180 equals 720 degrees. Since it's regular, all angles are equal, so divide 720 by 6 to get 120 degrees each. And for exterior angles, this one's simpler. The exterior angles of any polygon always add up to 360 degrees. For a regular polygon, each exterior angle is simply 360 divided by the number of sides. Let's do a quick recap before you go. Rule 1. Angles on a straight line add to 180. Rule 2. Angles around a point add to 360. Rule 3. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Rule 4. Corresponding angles are equal, F-shape. Rule 5. Alternate angles are equal, Z-shape. Rule 6. Co-interior angles add to 180, C-shape. Rule 7. Sum of interior angles equals n minus 2 times 180. Now I want to know, which of these 7 mistakes were you making before watching this video? Comment the number below. I read every comment and I'll reply to yours. If this video helped you, save it to your watch later playlist so you can revise from it before your exam.